Hi, good day everyone. I am Niko Mabilog and I am from BSN-3C. And today I choose a topic that is closely related to my interest, which is the renewable energy resources. So without any further ado, let's get started. Every day, we humans always consume electricity coming from energy resources. It really has a big impact to our country's development. But sometimes, these sources are not enough, so we have to make use of renewable energy resources. Renewable energy is energy derived from natural sources that are replenished at a higher rate than they are consumed, such as sunlight and wind, for example, are such sources that are constantly being replenished. Renewable energy sources are plentiful and all around us. Generating renewable energy creates far lower emissions than burning fossil fuels. Transitioning from fossil fuels, which currently account for the lion's share of emissions, to renewable energy is key to addressing the climate crisis. Renewables are now cheaper in most countries and generate 3 times more jobs than fossil fuels. So the importance of generating the energy that produces no greenhouse gases emissions from fossil fuels and reduces some types of air pollution, diversifying energy supply and reducing dependence on imported fuels and creating economic development. The history of renewable energy can be traced back to the ancient civilizations who used the power of the sun, the wind, and the water for a variety of purposes. Ancient Greeks and Romans used wind-powered water pumps to irrigate their crops, and the ancient Chinese and Persians used water wheels to grind grains. As you can see in the chart, in 2021, renewable electricity generation rose by almost 7%, a record 522 increase, with wind and solar PV technologies together accounting for almost 90% of this growth. The share of renewables in global electricity generation reached 28.7% in 2021 after modest growth of 0.4 percentage points. The most commonly used sources of renewable energy in the Philippines are hydro and geothermal. As of 2020, the total installed capacity of hydro in the Philippines was 3,779, and the total installed capacity of geothermal was 1,928 MW. Examples of renewable energy resources are: solar energy is the most abundant of all energy resources and can even be harnessed in cloudy weather, and the rate at which solar energy is intercepted by the earth is about 10,000 times greater than the rate at which humankind consumes energy. This is how solar energy works. Next is wind energy. Wind energy harnesses the kinetic energy of moving air by using large wind turbines located on land or onshore or in sea or freshwater. Wind energy has been used for millennia, but onshore and offshore wind energy technologies have evolved over the last few years to maximize the electricity produced with taller turbines and larger rotor diameters. This is how wind energy works. Next is geothermal energy. Geothermal energy utilizes the accessible thermal energy from the Earth's interior. Heat is extracted from geothermal reservoir using wells or other means. Reservoirs that are naturally sufficient hot and permeable are called hydrothermal reservoirs, whereas reservoirs that are sufficiently hot but that are improved with hydraulic stimulation are called enhanced geothermal systems. This is how geothermal energy works. Next is hydropower. Hydropower harnesses the energy of water moving from higher to lower elevations. It can be generated from reservoirs and rivers. Reservoir hydropower plants rely on stored water in a reservoir, while run-off river hydropower plants harness energy from the available flow of the river. This is how hydropower works. Next up is ocean energy. ocean energy derives from technologies that are used to kinetic and thermal energy of seawater and waves or current, for instance, to produce electricity or heat. So ocean energy systems are still at an early stage of development, and thus with a number of prototype wave and tidal current devices being explored to the theoretical potential.
This is how ocean energy works. And lastly, the bioenergy.
Bioenergy is produced from a variety of organic materials called biomass, such as wood, charcoal, dung, and other manures for heat and power production, and agricultural crops for liquid biofuels. Most biomass is used in rural areas for cooking, lighting, and space heating, generally by poor populations in developing countries.
So this is how the bioenergy works.
And now to sum up everything, renewable energy resources such as solar, wind, hydro, and geothermal power are becoming increasingly important in our efforts to combat climate change and reduce our reliance on fossil fuels. And these resources are abundant, clean, and sustainable, offering a way to power our homes and businesses without contributing to greenhouse gases emissions or other environmental problems associated with traditional energy sources. While there are still challenges associated with the development and the implementation of renewable energy, so technology is there is becoming more important, and our life become more easier to this renewable energy resources. So we need to use and maximize this in order for us to develop our society and community and our country overall.